Good afternoon, that runner Matt here, coming back to you with week 2 of Abingdon Marathon training. We are going to just quickly go through the plan for this week and see what we have got in store. So started today with an easy 10.5 mile run. Got a bit, not lost, but I wanted to make sure I was over as opposed to under, because I really didn't fancy doing lots of little extra loops when I got back into town. It was scheduled to rain, so I took a jacket with me. That didn't happen, so a little bit of extra resistance whilst I was running. So all helpful, all part of the training. Also got to give the Nike 36 Shields a bit of a spin out. Don't often take them out. I only normally take them out if it is raining or it has just rained. So yeah, I mean it had rained like overnight, so the ground was suitable for those. They're waterproof shoes, which I don't use them that often because they're the 36s, and I mean they're up to the 40s now. But I think I've only done about 200 miles in them, so yeah, I just like to use them very, very occasionally. They're a little bit tight on the front half of the foot, so just tend to use them for not special occasions, but just very sporadically. Rest of the week's plans. So, as opposed to last week, where there was a lot of speed involved with the 2 5k races, doing a lot of strides and just keeping that intensity high for most of the week. Going to be dropping that intensity back down this week, but bumping the mileage back up. Ended up on 51 miles last week, so hopefully at least 60, possibly going up towards 70. We'll see how the week goes. I will put in 1 or 2 speed sessions, but we won't probably go any faster than marathon pace, which is, if I do recall correctly, 5:40 to 5:45 a mile. I'll also likely put a rest day in this week. I ran Friday last week. It was only a short one, only 4.5 miles, but just to give the legs a full day of recovery. I'll still be doing my morning workout, do a little circuit session in the morning, but apart from that, after that, it will be, complete rest and relax. Sorry about that. There was a delivery at the door, had to go and grab that. One thing I did forget to mention a little earlier, it was a bit of a shame that it didn't rain, not just because I pretty much wasted a jacket. It rained for the first 2 minutes and the last 5, but also, yes, I couldn't bring the phone out to do some recording, get some footage of the run. Thankfully, Keith, my good friend from Vegan Runners, hopefully Whitney Road Runners soon, he is going to provide me with one of his cameras that he doesn't use, so I'll go and grab that at some point in the week, and yes, we will hopefully get some footage very soon. Also, some point this week or next week, I am going to need to try out my pair of Alphafly Next Percent 2s. I got them, it wasn't in a sale, I think it was a Nike 20% off for members, something along those lines, offer full price only, which was a bit of a shame, but I can't remember the last time Alphaflies went on sale. It has certainly been a while. In any case, I got them in about 6 weeks ago, somewhere along those lines. Yes, haven't yet tried them out. Think I will give them a go. Maybe I'll stick them on once this week, just to run them out at marathon pace, see how they feel. Maybe drag them out on the following Thursday or perhaps Friday if I do run next Friday, and then give them their first spin at Headington 5 and see how they work, see how, if there's any huge difference I can find compared to the first variation of the Alphaflies, and hopefully that they are, a decent enough shoe to take me across the line at Abingdon. And also because I can't seem to find the first version of Alphaflies anywhere apart from really eBay, and eBay's not great for shoes, although I have heard that their policy on shoes over £100 is getting a lot better, so I might have a look there at some point. But yes, the Alphaflies I have got there about 150 miles in, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when that 150 miles is all, or at least 90% of it is racing. You know, it's all out, and especially in that pair, I think I actually raced 2 cross-country races in them because the weather was dry enough, the ground conditions I personally thought suited the road shoes better. Yes, they have got a few nicks and niggles, I guess, niggles if you could call that, for shoes in them, so I don't feel that they'll be as beneficial for 26 miles in the current condition that they're in. So with the Alphafly 2s, I'll probably be looking to get about 50 to 75 miles in them, mostly from races, if not a couple of longer speed sessions as well. Headington as mentioned, and then I think I might have said this in one of the first videos, I'll do Whitney 10 in them, Woodstock and the 2 halves, so that'll be about 50 to 60 miles if you include your warm-ups, your cool-downs. You know, it depends how stringent I am on getting in and out of the shoes for warm-ups and cool-downs. Yeah, it'll only be 10-20 miles either side, so it'd be also a good idea to just test them out for the warm-up and the cool-down as well, because if they don't feel right at that point, then there's no point in taking them out for another 10 or 13 at your race pace, or even at half marathon pace, which is the plan for Cricklade Half in early October. Because if they just don't feel right, then you know you could risk damaging your feet, or obviously in the case of the Vaporflies, my heel was giving it a bit of a fighting back, I guess, against the Vaporfly. So yes, certainly looking to try out the Alphafly 2s very, very soon. So as mentioned, we'll probably do the speed session or speed work some point during either tomorrow or Thursday's run, and then perhaps not a full out effort. I don't think I can quite take 3 5Ks that close together at Parkrun on Saturday. Also, Whitney Parkrun's not a particularly fast course, so I'll go hard. I'll take if I can get it round at marathon pace in a non-marathon shoe, in my non-race shoe, then that's good. It's good for that course because it is hard work, especially if it's a very busy day. We have the wooded section, and then if you're on your second large lap, you have to do a lot of shouting, a lot of potentially slowing down, depending if there's people wearing headphones, to get round on that second loop. So it can be slower, but there are days where there's not as many people and the weather's good and everything just sort of lines up and you get a good time. So that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully we'll get another one out even some point this week. Hopefully get some either speed work footage or the footage at Parkrun on Saturday. So until the next one, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and see ya. Bye. Just in time too, as it is just starting to rain. Perfect, as I would expect from not running in it earlier. Okay, bye.